Moses, you can open doors for me. I know, oh yeah, you will make a way for me. Father, you have never once failed me. Take my family. Jesus, fight for me. You are Jehovah Nissi. You will never Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Tear down the walls of Jericho. Oh, I know you will take good care of me. God of the valley, the mountains and the sea. I will not worry. You will make a way for me. Powerful and mighty, you provide all of my needs. Through the storms I will believe that you will make a way for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anything these answers will prosper. Anywhere you plan me, Lord, that's where I will go. Say you are mighty in power over this world, Lord. You are in control. You're the valley, the mountains and the sea. So I will not worry. I know you will make a way for me. Powerful and mighty, you provide all of my needs. Through the storms I will believe that you will make a way for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, Daddy, you will make a way. 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 I know you will make a way. Come on, come on. Say that you will make a way. 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 Oh, oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I am grateful for the love you gave to me. My heart is overwhelmed. I don't wanna call you only when I'm in need. I want your presence to stay with me. We are weak, but you are strong. Oh yeah, you are our champion. I love you with my heart, my mind, and my soul. Whatever you say is so. Oh, oh, Jesus. Jesus, your presence is so dear to me.
This is Academic Crossroads.
Your glory is all I need. Oh, rain, Jesus, rain. Oh, 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 oh. I'm saying, Jesus, your presence is so dear to me. Your glory is all I need. Rain, Jesus, rain. Oh, 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 oh. Can I say success if success never came from you? How can I say my dreams or accomplishing my dreams weren't sent by you? All I'm saying, nothing really matters. Jesus, love you. Oh, I'm saying, Jesus, your presence is so dear to me. Your glory is all I need. Rain, Jesus, rain. Oh, 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 oh. I'm saying, Jesus, your presence is so dear to me. Your glory is all I need. Rain, Jesus, rain. Jesus, Jesus, no foreign God could ever take your place. Your warmth, your love, mercies, and your grace. From age to age, forever on you reign.
This is Academic Crossroads.
No foreign God could ever take your place, yeah. The warmth of your love, mercies, and your grace. From age to age, forever, Lord, you reign. Jesus reign. In dominion, you reign. In power, you reign. In my life, Lord, you reign. Forever and ever. In dominion, you reign. In power, you reign. In my life, Lord, you reign. Forever, ever, ever. Reign. Jesus reign. In my life, Lord, you reign forever and ever. In dominion, you reign. In power, you reign. In my life, Lord, you reign forever, ever.
Fire burning in my soul. Fire burning in my soul. Fire, fire, fire. Fire burning in my soul.
On Fire Radio. Anytime, anywhere, anywhere.
Our journeys through education take many routes from our early years to university. Academic Crossroads is here to explore key elements to help equip you along the way. So join us and our special guests as we also discuss the expected and unexpected paths, including all the challenges and triumphs while gathering your academic top tips.
This is Academic Crossroads with your host, Dr. Leanne J. Adeyemi.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Academic Crossroads here live on Fire Radio. So thank you all for joining me this Monday evening. It's still cold, but spring is definitely on its way. You can see the flowers budding, and so I'm looking forward for what spring has in store for us this year. But good evening, Deaconess, Steph, Keziah, Celso, Christelle. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. So today we are continuing looking at what the future of education may be like and what the future has to hold. Good evening, Caesar. Thank you for joining us. And to all of those of you that haven't commented but are tuned in this evening, you are very welcome here today. So looking at the future of education, because there are massive shifts happening in the world, there are massive shifts happening in the workplace, and there are massive shifts happening in education. And so today we're going to delve a bit into the topic of AI in education and just thinking about what that looks like. What does that mean for teaching? What does that mean for you as students? And also to gather your thoughts a little bit as well, because a few maybe a decade ago, or if not a bit more, the thought of not someone but something, do we call it a thing? Something being able to write an essay for you. It seemed so far, I guess the most people got to was trying to find someone else to do their work for them. And some being successful, some being unsuccessful. But AI is certainly changing the game, and there is a massive growing use of AI tools across the board, from students to workplaces, in your homes as well, in your personal activities. And so AI truly is transforming the landscape. And so both students and teachers alike are feeding these into daily routines that once had to solely be done by themselves, and then it ventured into maybe you could find stuff online to help you, or maybe there was a video you could use, maybe someone had set up a template for something, and so things are definitely changing. But to think, some questions are very important and are very much in people's minds as well. The question of, will AI replace teachers altogether? And, looking at, like, today we'll be looking at what it can already do, what it can't do, actually, and how it is transforming teachers. Good evening, Temi. Good evening, Joe. Thank you for joining us. So before we get into it, I would like to hear from you. What do you use AI in your education, in your work, in your jobs, in day-to-days? What do you use AI in, or what have you seen it used for? So Caesar, you're ahead of the game this evening. You're ahead of the game. You said, I've seen doctors use it to diagnose their patients. I have a question about this. And was this, well, you said you've seen it, isn't it? So you've seen doctors use it to diagnose their patients. I would say very concerning too, but also to understand how it was used. Like you can put in certain prompts and things like that for finding out certain piece of information, or for getting AI tools to produce certain things. And so are there like set prompts that were used and stuff, or was it just literally like typing in the question of what is this? Good evening, goodness. Thank you for joining us. So what do you use AI tools in your day-to-day, or how have you seen them used? I think they're used very, very differently across the board, but you often find in teaching, they can be used to help with planning, gathering further ideas, maybe finding additional references. So for some, they maybe use it for more like what would maybe be used like as a Google alternative or like Bing or something like that. An alternative to those is like more like a search engine, should we say. So Cece, you said just input the symptoms and have it suggest what it could be. And Steph, you've said it is actually is it actually concerning though? They are meant to investigate and information gather, so wouldn't AI just be a part of this? Interesting question, Steph. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on this. Joe, you've said it's going to sound weird, but I use AI to use AI. Joe, I want an example of this. How do you use AI to use AI? Is it like, I guess, you know, like in Excel and numbers and stuff, you have like the help bit at the top, isn't it? So is that how you're using AI? Using AI to use AI. So Joe, let us know. Chin, you said, good evening, Doc. AI is used heavily to assist coding nowadays. I know developers that pay £200 a month on AI tools to help them build quicker. So I guess, Chin, as well, in coding, the quicker you can build, the quicker you can produce your products, right? And so therefore, or like solve the solutions, and, you know, if something breaks, you can work them out quicker. So I guess the £200 in the long and short run, maybe it saves them a lot more than £200 every month. And Chin, you've said, Joe, you're not alone. I use AI to judge the response of another AI. So Chin, are you using like two different tools? Are you using two separate tools against, not like, I'd say against each other. Are you using two separate tools to test, to get them to test each other out? Temi, you've said, Steph, very true. Depending on the how and to what extent it's being used. Yes, Temi, I would agree with that as well. Melody, you've said, why shouldn't we use AI if it's clearly smarter than us or our doctors? The quicker doctors can discharge patients. So Melody, I guess there's the consideration on the pressures on the NHS, right? And the need actually to reduce waiting lists and funding and all of those considerations. And so actually what you're suggesting about actually if doctors can get people in and out quickly and safely, most importantly, and safely, then actually there may be some benefit in that. Ev, you've said, Chin, some stats suggest AI is slowing down software engineers' work progress. Okay, how could that be? If maybe it would take an engineer a day to sort out a piece of code, but then with AI maybe it takes like 10 minutes. So the slowing down. Oh, Chin, you said, yep, speed is the name of the game. Joe, you said, I use one model to know how I should engage with another model for optimal results, image generations mainly. Oh yeah, because you can create images on AI as well. Jin, you said, yep, bad developers. So I guess that's a key thing, isn't it? If you have the skills in advance, then you can use AI to help you fine tune rather than actually being able to do the thing and learn the thing. Jin, you said, I use Claude Opus to find holes in the responses of GPT-5 and vice versa. Chin, you're using them against each other. So as we can all see, AI is used for a number of things, and every industry will find uses for AI in many different ways. Many different ways. And it's actually important to understand what it can already do, and even within the scope of what we think it can do and the potentials of actually what it's already doing. But in the context of education, we're bringing it back to the classroom. So all of you that are using AI for learning, we're bringing it all back to the classroom. So AI is a really good way for teachers to be able to create lesson plans. You know, you can create quick quizzes and questionnaires that you may be using within the classroom. And also, if you're at work and you know you've got to do something and build something for your team away day, I'm telling you, use AI. It can help summarize complex topics and help you summarize long documents or long pieces of information into a nice, short, neat summary. And it also can help teachers in that respect as well, or help students get answers to their questions faster. So this comes back to what, Chin, you were mentioning about speed being the name of the game. And actually, we see that now a lot of the time we just want information quick. You know, gone are the days where you have to go through like 3 or 4 textbooks. I remember when I first started uni and we were looking for journal articles, they used to have like these books and books and books of like printed journals, and you'll be there looking through them, and it just took forever. It took forever. And obviously you had all these online search engines and stuff as well, but in the very, very early stages, then you'll be looking through, I can't remember what they were called, but they were green. And you'll be looking through all of these journals to find the articles and stuff. But actually, if you can use something like Google Scholar, or you can use something like PubMed, for example, just to quickly search for them, then actually all of that trailing through, you'd spend like 3 hours in the library. You can get that information in like an hour, maybe. In an hour, and extract what you need from it as well. So it's not that you just found the journals, but actually you found them, you've extracted what you need, and then you are well on your way. And so AI can help you do things like that even quicker. And then on the lines of homework and assessments and finding journals, they can assist you when you're asking questions. Obviously, not to get AI to write it for you, but to actually ask questions. And this really brings home the fact that actually, Joe, you said Google Scholar. Trust me, Google Scholar. Trust me, it's good. It's good. It works. But obviously, you need to make sure you're checking your references, and there are some more suitable places to go if you want specific, if you're looking into specific fields of research and stuff like that. But Google Scholar was definitely a place that I went very often when I was at uni. But you have this almost like a go-to 24-hour tutor, if you maybe you'd term it that, with AI tools, just in helping you understand text, summarizing things from the student's perspective, that is. And you can, from that, you're gaining all of your like personal feedback. It can help you in actually looking at your structure, your content of the things that you've written, and especially where you're doing learning and where AI is being built into apps and things like that. Then actually, like we mentioned last week, you can have that personalized learning journey, and so it adapts with you over time. It's not a case of you've got these questions set out, and then once you finish those, or maybe if you start getting something wrong, then the teacher will have to write out other things for you. No, if it can work with you whilst you're answering questions. And so with that being said, your learning journey can be a lot more personalized. It can be a lot more interactive and engage more with your learning, and keep up with how you're learning, and push you in the areas that you are stronger, and then the areas that maybe you need a bit more development in, a bit more understanding in, then actually it can spend a bit more time with you there, and help you to develop. And so it can really be really beneficial to those that are maybe excelling beyond where you're at in the classroom, but then for also those that are maybe needing that extra support, it can provide greater opportunity for learning with those students. So AI can do so much. AI can do so much. I would love to hear your thoughts on AI for coursework, but maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. And with all of that being said, and with all of the capabilities with AI, and even what we see now is it's just getting started. It's just getting started, and there has been a lot of development even up to now. But with that being said, it's really important to still understand that actually there's still a lot that it can't do. And I don't know whether we should put the yet there. I don't know whether we should put the yet. But I would love to hear, what are some of the things that in your learning and your experiences with AI, what are some of the barriers that you find you come up against of, this thing cannot do this for me? Or this thing is, like Ev mentioned, is making some developers even slower. But what are the things that you found? Because when you think about CISA, for example, your contribution on a doctor actually just putting in the symptoms, putting in the signs, and then it coming up with the answer, it's like that doctor then hasn't had to go through that thought process. And so maybe if they've been a doctor for decades, and they've seen a lot of things, and new things can always come up, right? But they've seen a lot of things, they've been through a lot of different situations, scenarios, case studies and stuff, then for those doctors, maybe it is actually a beneficial tool for making things more efficient. But for those that are just entering the game, for those that are early on, then actually it's taking away that reasoning, it's taking away, the skills of the clinician, and it's taking away them actually having to, go through the subjective assessments, understand what things mean, what things are implying, how that translates in the body. If they're looking at medications, what might be needed. Oh, but if they're taking this already, then they can't be prescribed this. And so all of those thought processes and things that really build strong clinicians can potentially just not be taking place at all. And so there's the risk of de-skilling. There's the risk of de-skilling along the way, when we're considering how people are using AI. But there are still a lot that it cannot do, and especially when we consider teaching, because there's so much to teaching outside of just delivering the information, because you can get the information from AI. But how many of you know that? You go in, you've been in that classroom, and if a teacher is literally like here and they're reading word for word on the slides, and they can't go deep into it. You're asking questions that they can't really delve into. They can't divert away from what's on the board, and they stick to it word for word for word. And so we see that's just evidence that actually there's so much more to teaching than just delivering the information. How many of you have had a teacher, and you've gone into your classroom, and yes, they're your teacher, so yes, they're supposed to teach you, but teachers are dealing with so many different things, and you've gone into your classroom, maybe your morning hasn't gone the way that you've wanted it to. Maybe you've got a bad grade, maybe you've got to explain the bad grade to your parents. You've got to explain the bad grade to your parents at the end of the day, or something like that. And so actually teachers can really help support students in that way. They can help, when you're feeling a bit like you're not sure about something. Yes, they can help take you through the information that is required to get your knowledge up and help with your understanding. But actually they provide that support and encouragement through that journey as well. So yes, you gather that knowledge, yes, you gather that understanding, but they've also helped you see that actually you can do this, you know, and that is just as important as them actually giving you and helping you to understand that information. So those relationships that you have with teachers, you know, most students have, especially if you have just that one teacher that you will never forget them because of the way that actually without them, that push would not have been there during school. You know, they're the one that are telling you, don't be late to your lesson. Why are you still in the corridor? Because they are on it to just make sure that you are producing and you're achieving all that you can achieve, because they know that you have it in you. AI can't do that. AI cannot do that. So you've said, I agree. I think people are just becoming too lazy to think, and it can hinder creativity and sensitivity to reality. And I think we're seeing this across the board. You know, it links back to whatever you mentioned about like the developers. Chin, you said bad developers, your words, yeah? And it's people becoming lazy. You know, you can quickly type something in for 2 seconds rather than having to sit down and think about it for 5 minutes. And so when we're thinking about how we're using AI, I think it's a good question for us to ask. Can I do this without AI? Am I just being lazy? But alternatively though, sometimes you need information fast. You need the information fast. And so in those circumstances, then maybe you'd think, yes, I am being a bit lazy. Maybe I am, but due to time constraints. But definitely I agree with you on the creativity and sensitivity to reality as well, because sometimes you realize that the answers that AI have given you, they don't quite grasp, you know, the pragmatic, like they don't understand what it means to implement that thing maybe in the circumstance or with the people that you're working with or in that environment that you're working in. So it can maybe, yes, give you the information, but then you still will have to use your creativity and your skills and, you know, your sensitivity to the people, sensitivity to the environment to actually be able to implement that in a way that will still be beneficial and will still actually be productive for the people in the environment or for whatever it is that you're going to be contributing it to. And with that delivery as well, we find that actually AI can't necessarily sense those things. AI can't, you know, give that if you're thinking about students and we're thinking about schools, it can't give that child the inspiration that they may need in that particular environment or in that particular time and space, you know. And it's really important. I think teachers are pivotal to everything. Teachers are pivotal to everything. And so actually when you are thinking about the content, then it's having that passion. You know, I remember when I was at school, I had this English teacher and he was so passionate about English. He was so passionate about English. Like when we were reading, we did an Inspector Calls when I was doing GCSE. And he was whenever he was reading that book, whenever we read that book, you could just see his eyes light up. Like he was so excited about it. And him being like that with us in the classroom, it then made us excited about it. Made us excited to read it. He really brought in a lot of ideas. He brought in really good questions and everything, because he was fully, I'm telling you, this teacher was fully invested in that. He was fully invested in that text. And so actually seeing that and having him working like that and taking us through the text like that really brought a different lens for us and a really different experience for us. And when you think about things being, you know, like delivered very textbook, very boring, very very, very just like reading from the book and that's it, then, you know, it's hard to gather inspiration, it's hard to gather encouragement, it's hard to be inspired. And so I think teachers are so vital. They're so vital for that. And, you know, for bringing in all of those class discussions, whether you're in smaller groups, whether it's like the whole class, having discussions, you know, that the teachers in the classroom and even students as well, you know, and we see it, especially in SFCD and stuff. We see it when maybe someone's answered a question, but actually someone has something that is contrary to maybe what someone said, and then, you know, if it's prophet teaching, then you've got prophet trying to dig holes in both, but work out what everybody's trying to say and asking more probing questions and stuff, and so it really brings, even if you're not the one answering the question, it can really bring everybody in and into that moment and into the discussion. And, you know, if you don't have teachers and you don't have people facilitating those types of things, then actually you lose all that. You lose all that encouragement. You lose all that excitement, and, you know, people being inspired from it. The thoughts that come off it in through discussions and stuff. And so we find that actually teachers are vital. Teachers are very, very important. Very, very important for that. And so I think it's really important for us to understand actually that AI tools are great, but they all are also, a key thing is that for a lot of the time they're delivering the information. They're delivering the information. They're giving the outputs, you know, but actually it's teachers. It's teachers who help to actually develop the people and develop the students. And it's, you know, your leaders at work, it's your line managers, it's your team leaders, you know, it's your DDs, it's your colleagues also who are working alongside you as well, that actually help develop you in your role. Within what you're doing, whether that is teaching, whether it is learning, you know, whether you're doing some code or you might be within healthcare, and so it's important that we don't drop the understanding of the importance of teachers to actually develop people, and whereas AI sits more on the information delivery. But with all of that being said, then I think we can see that actually there are some benefits to using AI still within teaching. You know, they can reduce tasks that are very, very monotonous, very repetitive, like marking, tracking student progress, and also producing like general learning materials, lesson materials. So AI can be really helpful and really they can save a lot of, using stuff like that can save a lot of time for teachers, because we all know that teachers have a lot to do, right? And so they really can help reduce that admin work, you know, the more monotonous stuff that actually teachers are taking teachers' time away from actually developing the students that they're working with, and it gives them more time to do that stuff. It gives them more time to do the mentoring side of things. It gives them more time for the discussions within the classroom and outside. It gives more time for the creative learning as well. And when we think of how this can really shift things in perspective of learning, then actually it can really help teachers to actually have more time to be facilitators of learning, and they can spend more time focusing on the students as well. Although you do want a teacher who knows their stuff. you have teachers that are very textbook, and they teach straight from the textbook, but then actually those that can help develop students along the way, those that can really engage their students in learning, really engage their students not only in just the information, but inspire their thoughts about the information, inspire them to think further ahead, inspire them, you know, to put things in context, application of knowledge. then those are the things that teachers are really vital and critical for. So those are the things that teachers are really vital and critical for. I am looking at the time and we are running out. So we will wrap up on on considering our risks and challenges. So I would like you, when you are thinking about your roles, what are the risks and challenges you have found? You have actually found with AI. I know some of you have mentioned some. Cece, you mentioned about like the creativity and sensitivity to reality. And I would also, I guess, add to that, and a risk for me, in terms of like students, it's actually them becoming de-skilled, teachers becoming de-skilled. There's within the field that I do research in, it's not quite AI, but within PE in schools, right? So generally, all of you will remember your primary school teacher. That class teacher taught you everything from geography to maths to English to PE to history to music. That teacher taught you everything, right? And nowadays, especially with PE, there's a lot of PE specialists being brought into schools. And so with that, it means that actually for some teachers, they don't have to teach PE at all because everything is done by the PE specialist. In some schools, actually, the class teacher teaches one session and then the PE specialist will teach the other session a week. And some schools, they don't have PE specialists at all. And so it is all the teachers teaching. But with that, there have been a lot of teachers that have said they like the idea of PE specialists, but actually it means that they're getting de-skilled because they're not actually being able to practice these skills. They're not being able to not only deliver PE, but the whole process of the delivery is getting the lesson plan, as it is for every lesson. You have to get the lesson plan, you have to think of the resources, you have to think of how you're going to tailor this to your specific children in your specific class, how you're going to, provide those that maybe are more advanced, how you're going to make it harder for them and more challenging for them, but at the same time teach children that maybe need a bit of extra support. And so actually having these PE specialists is taking those opportunities for development away from teachers. And so there's this question of how PE specialists should be integrated into schools. And so I think it's very similar with AI. It's like thinking about how can AI be integrated into learning and integrated into schools, but actually considering how can teachers still have those skills and still develop, especially for those that are very early on in their careers. And so just considering those elements, and especially on the student side as well, students, there's that risk that they are heavily relying on AI at every turn, at all costs. They're not having to sit and think anymore. And so anything that's done like outside the classroom where they can have access to it, then it's very easy to just, type something in quickly, you got the answer in like 2 seconds. And so there's those considerations around, risks and challenges, which may lead to actually students actually being over dependent on it. And so they actually can't think for themselves and they're having to go to AI to get the answers, as opposed to having the skills to actually be able to work out a problem or work out a challenge. But now they feel like they can't do it without going to check on AI. And so there's that risk of over dependency. So it's how do we integrate it? And even as you as students, for those of you that are working and use it within your work, it's like, how can you use it and integrate it into your day-to-day routines and day-to-day activities actually without becoming over dependent and over reliant on it as well? And I remember very, very early on, more so early on, I think, than now. Maybe those of you like Chin, Joe, Ev, maybe you'll be able to give more insight on this. But like if you generated pictures with AI before, right? It would maybe come out and like the hand of the person would like be on the shoulder, or like they would have like maybe 2 arms, or it would have like an umbrella, for example, where the arm was. And you know, there were a lot of glitches like that. And I guess the ones that are more evident are the picture ones, isn't it? They're the ones that you can see. But for those that are producing like just text, and if you're asking a question that you didn't know, you would just take what it gave you as the correct thing. And so it's important to also know that actually AI can be wrong. It can be wrong. It can produce the wrong thing, or it can make stuff up. Better still, it can make stuff up. And so actually, even when we're using it, we need to make sure that we're still cross-checking. You know, like some of us have said today, you're using it to check it against each other, and to make sure actually what it is outputting is correct. And so you still have to make sure you're going through those processes to check. But there is that risk that actually it is giving you the wrong answer. So if you go and write your whole essay, or get it to write your essay for you, then actually it might not answer the question, and it might be producing fake references within what it's given you. So you still have to go and do your due diligence and check that, and actually understand how to do that as well. And I'm sure that as things are progressing, there will be more how-to guides and stuff that come out in order for us to utilize AI better. But it's really important that whilst AI is a good tool to use, it can help and be beneficial to everybody's learning, but actually knowing that it shouldn't replace it. It shouldn't replace you doing your critical thinking. It shouldn't replace you actually coming up with your own idea for your essay. It shouldn't replace you looking for sources in different places just because it's quicker. But actually it gives more there's more of an onus on us, I think, these days now as well, to actually make sure that we are doing those things, to make sure that we are still developing those types of skills, especially where maybe there's less time dependency. So if you don't have that critical, it needs to be done now, time dependency on the thing that you are searching for, then maybe just go the long route. Take the long walk home, get that extra bit of exercise, and help yourself develop that way. And help yourself develop that way. So we have come to the end of the show, but overall today we have discussed AI in education. Now we know that AI is going to change education significantly. It is already changing education significantly, but teaching still needs those human relationships. It still needs those key and such pivotal things that teachers can do, like encourage you, inspire you, get you excited about a certain topic and support you along the way. Now, whilst overall I believe that technology may enhance teachers, a full replacement, I'm not sure about that. But we will have to wait and see what the future holds, and see actually how the future looks with AI and teachers working together. But thank you all so much for your engagement this evening. Thank you for joining me here on Academic Crossroads, live on Fire Radio. So I have been your host, Dr. Leanne J, and I will be back with you same place, same time next week here on Fire Radio.
This is Academic Crossroads. On Fire Radio.
Fire burning in my
Anytime, anywhere. You have been listening to Academic Crossroads. Join us same time next week for more academic top tips with your host, Dr. Leanne J. Adu-Boahene.